Hello and welcome. So, I've been putting off this video for a while because this deck is a bit different from my style. I do like fairies. I just don't like... I'm really trying to get into like the dark style of certain decks because I did have... Because one of the most popular videos on my channel is the Dark Mirror one, and I didn't like the Dark Mirror personally. But loads of people have come to me asking about it, and I just said it's better for certain people, certain mindsets, certain journeys. Like, it just didn't suit my journey, that's it. Like, and this, I love fairies, but I wanted a dark one because all the ones I have are like, oh, we're fairies, we're so happy. And I went, it's a bit too lighthearted to some degree. But now, so while I was bonding with this deck, so I haven't flipped through it per se, I have edged it in black. So it's now been edged in black. There is one tester here, which has been edged in metallic purple, but you can't really see it because it's a singular card. So we're just going to get into the dark Fairytale Tarot. As you can see, I've edged it in black. That's the only bonding I've had with it, and because I just wanted to let it get cut like this and get comfortable with it myself. And I've let it sit overnight with my obsidian skull, which I've named Ozzy. So he's sat on that all night, making sure it's good. I just like doing that. I'd have to pick a certain crystal to go with the deck and let it charge. Usually it's a clear quartz, but this one needed both. Because I went, sure, this one needed both. So, this is the backing, and it's reversible, which is nice. I love that it's reversible. It's nice. It's a nice one, actually. It looks like one of my friend's tattoos. So let's get into this. Now I've edged it, and that's the only time I've flipped through it because I wanted to get it in black before taking the video. Make sure it's the right way around would be handy. Just make sure they're both the right way around. Yep. So here is the dark Fairytale Tarot. I wanted something a bit dark because, not from what is going on in the world. I bought this before all the stuff hit the fan. It just took longer to get here, that's all. And it's nice to see something without the text. Like, we know this is the full because we have the zero, but we also have a cliff, and I don't know what it was about this fool. It's so interesting. Like, they have a card, they have a satchel sitting there, or they have a rose here, but there's no dog. It's really nice. So I don't know. I just wanted a darker deck. Obviously, because I have the Tarot of the Haunted House. That was the one that triggered this, but I really just wanted one that was a bit darker, not so dark that it was its own system and didn't have any Rider-Waite-Smith. Like, we know this is Rider-Waite-Smith by looking at it. Like, that's the Magician. There's the cup. There's the wand. And the sword is there. And the pentacle is coming out of the book as a alchemy kind of symbol. Because the other one I had, I just can't think of the name of it. But it's called the Gothic Tarot. And it's by Forloy. And it was not at all Rider-Waite-Smith based at all. It was its own thing, and that was the only one that turned me away from the dark ones because I thought they were all the same. But I did some research and I found this one, of course, and yeah, so there's the Magician. I just like it. Oh, this High Priestess. There's the moon, the pillars, and the scroll is not there. That's interesting. Because I didn't properly look at this. I was literally edging them and just putting them down, so I wasn't really like focusing on the artwork or what way the symbolism is worked on this deck. She's actually crying. Her eyeliner is running, as we all have been there at some point. But it looks like she's crying because she's lost the scroll in a way. Like, maybe she's definitely lost the scroll to some degree here. It's really nice. it's a really nice turn of it because it's called the Dark Fairytale, so it's not a happy ending in the cards, which is nice for a change, to be honest. This Empress, I love her. She's very powerful for a Empress. I think I said that in my major favourites about the Illuminati Empress. The one that looks like Natalie Portman. She's very regal and very strict, but this one looks like a businesswoman to some way. She's like a businesswoman. She's like, I'm here to do business. And she has skulls, and she has her shield. There's no pomegranates from what I can tell. And I don't know, it's just really dark, creepy. It's really nice. It's a nice creepy, do you know what I mean? Here's the Emperor. I was getting Anthony Hopkins vibes. Is it Anthony Hopkins? Anthony Worrell Hopkins? From Thor. So it looks like Odin. I was getting a very Odin vibe off this Emperor because there's wolves here. The ram kind of symbolism is not there, but there's wolves instead. There's like this thorn wreath on the top of his scepter, or his staff, whatever you want to call it. There's bat wings on the throne. He has his scroll. Actually, it's not a scroll, it's a bone to feed the dogs. I'll scooch this forward so you can see this, because sometimes I think I'm showing it and then my hand's in the way. So like we could see here, I'll use a pen. Why not? We'll do the pointing. So we could see like we have the bone here to show that he's in charge of the two wolves. He's tamed them and stuff like that. We have a wreath at the top here of his staff. He still looks like the Emperor. Like, it's nothing wrong with it. It wouldn't bother me if the ram symbolism was there. Do you know what I mean? So it's just still very nice. Apologies for my nails not having nail polish. I wanted to let them breathe because they were in bits. This one I had to laugh at, this Hierophant, because it's actually one of my favourite Hierophants, other than the guide one from the Terror of Enchanted Dreams, because that was just so universal. I was getting Lord of the Rings vibes from this one. I can't remember his name, but it's the white wizard that turns evil. I just can't remember his name. But, the actor who plays him, I can't remember his name, I'll remember it afterwards. But this looks like the actor that played him. And I don't know what this is, like, so cool though. It's like he's a priest or like a bishop, and there's zombies almost in the bottom here. It's like he's raising the dead, and I don't know what it was about it that made me go, yes, that is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like he's a priest or a bishop that thinks he can resurrect people. I had to make sure the cross wasn't upside down, because it doesn't really matter if it was, but just to see was that in there. But it's like to see, can he, I know it looks like it's supposed to be people like begging him for advice, but it looks like there are zombies coming out of the ground, of the crypts of the church under the cathedral underneath. It's really cool, like, and he's so like badass. He has eyeliner on him, and he has a crow. It's so cool. I love it. Fun fact, I used to be a somewhat goth, I said. So I never dyed my hair black when I was going through my goth phase. But I did do the, My Chemical Romance phase. So we have the lovers here. And the lovers are just so simple and beautiful. This is like an angel. And this guy is like a knight, but he looks like he's a rogue knight to some way. It's just very simple. They're just having a nice little embrace. There's nothing nothing out of the ordinary there, to be honest. This is the Chariot, and I love this. It's like an angel riding and just storming off with these two black stallions. I love this. This Chariot is just gorgeous. Especially with the black horses and this black background, like this black border. Like, I thought it'd be too much. But looking at it there, it's not that bad, No, it's not too bad. Like, it's not too overwhelming that you can't see the horses. Now, I have a light on the horse. Like, it's really nice. This is Justice. Yeah. Justice was really interesting. Like, there's no scales. It's like she's coming to the door, to this door of light up here, and just going, no, you shall not pass, kind of thing. Like, she's standing her ground really strong. It's like, as I said in my major favourites, it's the Tarot de Louis one. It's like, it's nice to see the Justice card out of the chair. As I said, it's nice to see her out of the chair and actually standing up for what she believes in, rather than sitting there going by paperwork, you know. This Hermit is phenomenal. I like how there's a wolf in this Hermit, which is nice for a change. To show the lone wolf kind of aspect of it. And for a second I thought this was a woman, but it's not. I think it's just the feminine face on the Hermit here. No, but it's a man, and I just thought it was nice. Like, it's a really nice... It's like he's asking the wolf, he's leaning down to get the wolf's guidance on how to be a loner. It's nice. Here's the wheel, and I like the wheel here, because we have the elements. We have the bull, we have the lion, we have the eagle, and we have the human. The human face is actually this angel sitting here, and then we have the pharaoh head. It's very straightforward. There's nothing really crazy about it, but it's like this weird green to it, and I like it. This strength card really got me. Okay, when I was only flicking through, and like as I was edging them, I had a peek, of course I did, but I didn't like look into it as I'm doing now. I like how the lines here, and it's the calm one, and she's the one roaring her face off. Because normally, like, it's the lady who's calm and content, whereas like the lion is the one she's trying to like shut its jaw, keep its jaw shut. But it's like she's become, it's like they swap places. It's really interesting how she's like let this inner strength out by just yelling, like just screaming it. And it's just really nice to see. Plus, I think, yeah, she's a vampire, actually. She's actually a vampire in this one. So, she's a vampire, so she's learning how to hunt with the lion. It's really cool. Like, she has her fangs there. That's a nice one. Hanged man, hanged one, whatever you want to call it. But I like this, that this rope is not taut. Like, normally it's taut, like it's a straight line, and they're hanging there. But it's like they went for it, and there's actually like zombie hands down here. And I just love how this rope is loose, and they're just calm and content taking that leap. Not knowing that they're inches away from death, like. Very cool. This is the death card. I like this. I don't know what it was. It's getting like Gambit vibes. What's the guy from Gambit? Gambit is in X-Men, and I was getting that kind of vibe off this guy. He's like, he's a dealer, you know what I mean? Like, he's a poker dealer kind of thing. I don't know why the fedora's doing that to me. It's like a mafia kind of thing. And the scythe is there, and he has black wings here. He actually has 2 angel wings. It's nice. It's a nice little death card. I just like it. It's nice. This is Temperance. I like this Temperance card. How the water's just being poured into the bigger jug here, and it's nice. It's an angel doing it. It's just nice. This Devil card is really cool. Of course, like, we have the devil here, and he's just like, I like how he's wearing like a leather pants. He's just like, oh, like a bit Hellboy kind of thing. And he has his cloak, and he's holding the skulls of his victims, and there's this angel lady here, and she's chained, but the chain goes off, and we see the supposed male, like usually the male is sitting here, and he's fallen off. He's fallen off, and there's another hand there as well, so either one, like, she's sitting there giving in to the devil, while the male is like saying, please don't give in to him, like, don't give in to him. Oh, it's really pretty. This is the tower. Straightforward tower. Lightning, and there's a wolf, and it's a very straightforward tower. There's not really much about the tower, you can tell. There's the star card, and I love this star card. I really like this one. I love how it's not just one singular star and you're not focused on the girl as much. You're focused on this night sky. Like there's more than one star in the sky. And I like how it's just... And there's like a crow here as well. I just love this, like, this horizon here. It's so nice. And she's doing what the normal Rider-Waite-Smith star card would do. It's just pouring the water in. And I like it. It's nice. It's nice. I have the moon here, and I like how there's kind of a skull silhouette in the... Not too much, but you can see it. It's like the Death Eaters in Harry Potter. In the moon, we have the wolf here. There's no dog though. Like there's no dog. If that makes sense. No like domestic dog. It's like she's facing the wolf, so she's giving in to the feralness. She's giving in to the wildness of what the moon could represent as well. And I like that. Plus there's this fog and like... It's like she's so desperate, she just goes, yeah, I'm just going to go with this route because it's the only one I have. But like, it's like the tamed one didn't work out. It's like, what happens if the other path didn't work out? And I like that kind of turn of this card. Here's the sun card, and it's a knight on a horse. So it's like the baby went off to become a knight, if that makes sense. And then we have an eagle on his shoulder, and there's two other eagles here, or crows. But yeah, like it's just, and there's the sunflowers. It's all very straightforward. It's just a knight instead of a baby. This is the judgment card. Now this judgment card, wow. I love this, like how she's like embracing the consequences. Again, there's like these ominous hands coming out of the fog as well. But I like how the angel's just there like, oh, I'm just going to give a little toot. Like she's not like bellowing it. She's just like, oh, maybe I'll give it a light little toot. Maybe it's her time now. Like looks like she's kind of teasing it. I don't know why. But I do like the blue hair and the blue fog here. But what I did notice is that she has chains on her. It's like she's handcuffed to her fate here. Like she has handcuffs and a chain here. It's very cool, this deck. I really like it. Here's the world card, and I don't know why it was upside down. Maybe it was when I was edging it. The world card is the box art, and I love it. Like, it's just straightforward. The head, the eagle, the lion, and the bull. There's the world. But she's dressed, which is nice for a change. I don't mind if she's naked. I don't mind if she's not. It's nice to see alternatives, you know. So now we're going to get into the minors. This is the right way round, yep. Wow, that is actually the right way round. Oh, I didn't notice that. She's actually, she's lying this way. I didn't know the one was up there. When I was edging it, I just presumed it was this way. But yeah, so I'm going to keep quiet. I'm going to go through these minors. Okay. I always flip it around so I know when to cut. Wow, I'm shocked by the... There's a lot here to talk about. I put so many aside. So, just go through. This page of cups. I love how there's no water in the cup. But there's like this possessed fish. The fish has like a possessed eye, like it's a red eye. And it's like she's conjured it up in some way. Like she wants it to be there, but not the way you should get it, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's just really cool. And very vampiric, really. Like vampire-like. This is upside down. The Six of Cups is not like your usual Six of Cups. Because the other... This is supposed to be representing your childhood and stuff. And she has she has chains on her arms here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the angel statues are the other two. I feel like it's like saying she's changed to the past rather than meeting someone from her past. Because she's changed to the past and one's broken and she's like, no, I want those ones. But the angels are trying to say, no, you need to move on in a way. And I like that. It's a nice twist to it. Next we have the Two of Pentacles. I thought this was curious because of the ominous zombie hands. I know you said something else there. It's like she's struggling to keep the balance, like, which is nice to see rather than, ooh, it's this easy balance that's flowing infinity. Like she's actually struggling here, which is good to see, like, you know, as a difference to say, like, it's not as easy as Temperance, as I said in a reading before. It's not as easy as Temperance. The Two of Pentacles is more of a physical balance. That's really cool. Next up is the Four of Pentacles. This is really cool and curious because it's like he's struggling to keep this money safe, or he's struggling to keep it to himself. Like, he looks like he's in pain. And it's like he's trying to keep that to himself. It's really hard to keep that kind of money saved for yourself, so interesting twist. This Eight of Pentacles, I just took them as the suits came up, so they're in the order of suits. It's very slave driven, I feel. It's like she's forced to make these, but she's also like, why is this? Or she's just found it and is picking up the trait, or I don't know, I feel like it was very slave driven. I feel because of that ominous crystal like building in the background here. It's really interesting. I'd say interesting a lot. 10 of Pentacles. Now, unlike the normal 10 of Pentacles, you think, oh, this is fine, I get it. There's a family member in the background. There's a pet dragon and the pet wolf. Because, you know, we all have a pet dragon. It's the mirror that got me, right? It's like you don't know which one's the real one. Like, is this her seeing herself on the other side, or is this the other way around? You know what I mean? Like, the mirror one seeing what it could be like. What it could be like to be the 10 of Pentacles. Like, is it kind of like a wish or like an ominous dream kind of thing? You know, like how in Harry Potter there was that mirror that Harry, it would say, it would show your most deepest desires. And Harry's was to see his parents again, and his parents were like standing beside him. It's kind of like that. That's what I was trying to get. Like, this is all dark and dreary, but in the mirror it's all butterflies and light. Like, it's such an interesting version of the 10 of Pentacles. Next is the Knight of Pentacles. I had to mention this because unlike other knights, this is supposed to be the easygoing one, the slow and steady one, but he's galloping. I thought that was really cool. He's galloping, like, I have to get this money home. I have to get it home to my family, or give this offer to someone. Like, he's racing now, which is really cool. Next up is the Three of Wands. I thought this was cool because of the castle. And I'm going to mention the Four of Wands at the same time here, because I thought that was really cool. Normally the Three of Wands is where they're looking out at the boats and she's waiting for the boat to come in. But it's the Four of Wands that's on the pier. This is really cool. It's like this one she's waiting for something to happen. Like, she's waiting for Dracula to return or something here. Whereas this one is like, it's a wedding situation. She's running to her true love, whose ship is going to come in, maybe. So it's a bit of a role reversal here, I feel, of these two cards, and I thought it was really, really brilliant. Really, really brilliant. Next is the Eight of Wands. And unlike the Eight of Wands that we normally see, where they're shooting out and going out into the world, they're shooting inwardly here, while she's lying down, kind of like staring at the ceiling or the ominous sky. And there's these hands holding onto her, but they're not like grabbing her, they're like settled on her, like they're like holding her. So it's like, instead of sending the energy out, she has to go inward. I thought that was a really cool version of the Eight of Wands, where you have to look for the energy within rather than outside, which is like, that's fantastic. Next is the Two of Swords. I always love it when the Two of Swords is not sitting there just, you know, oh, I'm the Two of Swords, crisscross, whatever. Like, she looks like she's using her other senses here. Like, she looks like she's listening for danger and she's ready to strike. She just doesn't know where it's coming from. So she's ready to protect herself, but look, it's because her hair is like mid, like, flow of turning. Like she's whipped her head around to hear something. It's really cool seeing her as she's ready to fight, rather than sitting there going waiting for an emotional or mental health kind of cure. Not cure, kind of defense. Like, that's the word, sorry. Now the Three of Swords. Love this, because she's playing the violin. And I thought it was funny as well, because it's like, oh, you've been betrayed, I'm playing the world's smallest violin for you. And I hear it's like just a small little violin. I thought that was a nice touch, that the girl's here playing the violin. It's like, oh, poor you. That kind of thing. Four of Swords. Very interesting way to rest. She looks like she's dead. And the angel's dropping these petals. I don't know why, it just looks like she's dead. Like, she looks like she didn't rest in time. Or she didn't get the chance to rest because she worn herself out or something like that. I just like this version of the Four of Swords. Nine of Swords. I love the little elvish kind of vampiric ear here. But the other thing was, I was like, where is the 9 swords? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9. Oh, I didn't see this one here, and I thought her tattoo was the 9th one. Damn, that ruined my plot. I thought the 9th sword was her tattoo, because I didn't see this one the first time around, so I took it out of the pile. Damn, that would have been cool, but anyway, it's still a nice version of the 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. I always find it so grim and creepy when the 10 of Swords is in the belly or the chest, because it means that the person has seen it coming. The fact that she's staring out at us is even creepy as well, but I love it, because I know we get it, like, oh, you've been betrayed and backstabbed and all that stuff, and you're putting the weight on your shoulders. But sometimes you get the gut feeling, and the gut feeling tells you, this is like the gut feeling going, it's wrong! Like, it's actually yelling at you with this card. Saying, go with your intuition, go with your gut, kind of thing. Rather than suffer the consequences. Like, it's that kind of version of it. It's so creepy how she just stares out no matter what angle you look at her. Oh, so weird. Next is the page... Nope, not that one. It's the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. I thought this was really creepy. How he's like given in to his dark side, because he looks like this dark energy just flowing. Like, he has no face nearly. He's just a hooded figure. It's like the headless horseman kind of situation here. How he's racing. The horse's legs are gone so far back, like he's just racing forward. He's lunging. The sword is like the Ace of Swords at the start of the Ace of Swords, which is like this red. But it's like he's given in to his impulses and the darkness and stuff like that. It's a really interesting version of the Knight of Swords. Right, let's do a quick reading. So, haven't done a reading with this card, this deck yet, so let's keep going. It's by Lascarbale, so it's a typical Lascarbale. It's just stock and such. This really wants to chat with me because it keeps jumping. I like that. Take this one. Got the Fool. Okay. So we got the Fool, and knowing what's happening now in the world and stuff like that, we need to take the chances that are given to us. So we're taking the leap. We're going into the unknown here because we don't know what we're going to be up against when this is all over or has died down. And you know, it is scary, but if we don't take those chances to heal the world, if that makes sense, we won't get through it in a way. I'm going to draw another card, see what it says. 6 of Wands. So that shows you, as I was saying, if we take those leaps and take those chances, we will come out the other side victorious and come out the other side accomplished and feeling, yeah, we'll feel the loss, don't worry, like we will feel the loss of this situation at hand, but you know, worldwide we'll mourn together, like, you know, I think we all will, because it shouldn't have happened and it has happened, so we must deal with it, and now we are dealing with it. And the how would I put it, we put the efforts in and we'll come out the other end fine. Just in some way we'll come out fine. So I'll leave that there, guys. Thank you so much for coming by and watching this video. I just want to thank anyone who comments on my videos. I'm just so happy when you get a comment or, oh my god, I love this, I'm buying the deck, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. Oh great, I'm now one of those I'm one of those tarot YouTubers that when you go and see their decks and they say yes to this deck and stuff, you have to go and buy it. Oh god, I thought that would not happen, but hey. Look, I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe, and I love yous and leave yous.